If you spend more time organizing your data rather than using it, you're not the problem, your system is. And most professionals that I know are not necessarily burned out because of their jobs. They don't hate their jobs. They hate all of the invisible admin stuff. Endless tagging, categorizing, cleaning up spreadsheets, rewriting reports, and millions of tabs open to search the web for the right data that you need. And that's the trap. The better you are at your job, the more things that you have to manage. So I partnered with Softr today to show you something that completely flips the script, an actual database that manages your data for you, not the other way around. And so far, it's been saving me about 2 hours a day, every single day of just pure admin work. So here's the big news headline. Softr just launched their AI databases, which takes their new databases that they launched and adds in AI agents to make it even more powerful to manage your data on a fundamental level. So typical databases are built for storage and just kind of data repositories, but Softr's databases are built a little bit different. They're built around everyday workflows so that the same place that you track projects or feedback can also process and organize the data automatically. You can add simple rules or AI agents that handle repetitive stuff so you can focus on what the data means instead of having to maintain it. So in this instance, it's less about adding another app and more about just letting the data and letting the system take care of itself. So let's walk through what this looks like in practice. So this is my Softr database. I use it to track client feedback, project notes, and leads. So I'm going to do this really quick setup just to show you how easy this is. So first, I can add a new AI field, or I can convert an existing text field into one. Second, I can pick a model. So Softr supports over 13 options, from cost-efficient ones to GPT-5 and Claude Sonnet 4. Third, I can write a prompt like, summarize this feedback in one line and classify it as positive, neutral, or negative, just to give a sentiment of the specific feedback that I'm receiving. Next, I can choose when it runs. I can run it manually, when a record is created, or when it's updated. And I can even add filters like only run if the status is approved, so it doesn't waste credits. Then I can hit preview and Softr will show me what it looks like. And it's nice because it'll show you how many credits that will also use. It's fast, it's visual, and it makes AI feel like a teammate, not a guessing game. So let's take another example. So that was just for customer feedback, but let's say sales prospecting, because I know that that's something that a lot of businesses struggle with. So let's say that I've researched a few potential clients and added their websites into a Softr table. I know generally who I'm targeting, but I want to know more information. So I can actually have an AI agent set up to automatically pull the details in, like the full names of the contacts I need to talk to, the company names and industries, the number of employees that it has, and contact information if there is any available. And that's all stuff that the AI agent will automatically go out and search for, assuming that that information is available, but it'll be able to find all of that either on the website or just generally across the internet. Then based on that, I can have another AI field generate a personalized outreach email that references their business, speaks directly to the pain points, and it takes about 10 seconds to run. And suddenly you've got a whole batch of tailored professional emails ready to send without even having to leave your database. So it's not about replacing the judgment of an employee. It's about helping them expand their reach and be able to grow their automation in a way that's scalable. So what does this look like in practice? So all of your data is updating automatically. If I get customer feedback that comes in, I can immediately see if there's positive, negative, or neutral feedback, if there's action that needs to happen, if there's team members that are already assigned to it. All of this information that basically just streamlines the workflow and makes it so that every piece of data is updated and actionable within your database. Okay, so I want to dig just a little bit deeper to show some of the cool customizations that are possible within this software. So for example, you can enable manual edits so that you can review the output when it goes live. You can set conditions like only run if this field is empty. You can swap different models depending on the task, lighter models for bulk work, heavier ones for summaries. And every Softr plan includes AI credits so you can experiment safely. And according to a recent study from Gap Consulting, they found that about 15 to 20% of an employee's work is just admin, updating databases, things like that. And from my experience, I found that that's pretty true, especially if you can automate it and you can feel how much that 15% of your time you get back. It's really, really powerful. It's something that you can try. I would recommend at minimum trying to figure out what your solution is and then being able to say, I'm going to test it out and see how Softr performs. Also, if I haven't said this already, I will link to Softr below. And let me know in the comments, what is something that you would be using as your use case for this particular software? And if you want to learn more about the databases that Softr has, check out this video about Softr and how, in my opinion, it's replacing Airtable. And with that, I will see you on the next one.